lifting up Jesus, opening His Word from Australia, Denmark, Israel, Japan, New Zealand, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland, Singapore, South Africa, United Kingdom, Thailand, the Philippines, United States, and throughout the world. You're watching Moriel TV.
Hi, this is Tim from Moriel TV and Moriel Radio. Jacob, we had a question from a believer on how do you witness to a Jewish person? What's the best way to get the gospel to them?
The first thing you have to understand is their presuppositions. Most Jews think that to some degree, most Christians are anti-Semitic, or at least Christianity is anti-Jewish. It's important that Jews see the difference between philo-Semitic Christians and anti-Semitic Christians. One of the ways to get an open door to share Jesus with the Jewish person is to convey to them your belief that the rebirth of the modern state of Israel fulfills prophecy and that Jesus said it would happen in Luke 21:24 and so forth. You can use prophecy to reach Jewish people in such a way as you're showing them that you're pro-Jewish, but then you can take that and say, now look at this in Zechariah chapter 12. They'll look upon me who they have pierced. The Jews have to go back to Jerusalem, and the nations are going to come against them, but the Messiah is going to come. Now, even one of your rabbis, Rashi, said this is the Messiah, the one who was pierced. Well, that is one very good way to do it. It's very important that you let Jews see the difference between true believers who love Israel and the Jews and the false church that doesn't. Although there are people who profess to be born again who are anti-Zionist, those people are in doctrinal error. And very often, their doctrinal errors are very serious. I've never known somebody who subscribes to the error of replacement theology who's not into significant doctrinal error elsewhere, such as the late false teacher John Stott, who taught much error. John Stott, although he was a believer, was anti-Israel. Yet John Stott taught people we can't tell unsaved people they're going to hell because there is no such place. He was an annihilationist. He was a man who taught error. If they're wrong about Israel, I guarantee they're wrong about other things. We have to show the difference between Christians who understand the purposes of God for Israel. Convey to the Jews that, look, Jesus was Jewish. We love you because God used you to give us the scriptures and to give us our Savior, our Messiah. And we believe that the rebirth of your land and your ancestral homeland is something that Jesus said was going to happen, just as the Hebrew prophets did. That is a door in. Secondly, learn how to witness from the Old Testament. Isaiah 52 and 53. Daniel chapter 9. The Messiah had to come and die before the second temple would be destroyed. There is much material on how to witness to Jews. On the Moriel website, you will find questions for our Jewish friends. If you familiarize yourself with those questions, that will give you a practical armory of munitions in taking on the deception that Satan has perpetrated against the Jewish people to believe that Jesus is not their Messiah. A very practical set of guidelines is found in that teaching. Questions for our Jewish friends on the Moriel website. Other Jewish ministries such as Chosen People, etc., also have a wealth of free material available on the internet for witnessing to Jewish people. You can also, if they're willing to do it, introduce them to Jews who believe, if you have a believing Jewish friend. Now, some Jewish people will not do that. They can accept the gospel from a believing non-Jew easier than they can from a believing Jew. It depends on the individual. But those are the essential ingredients of Jewish evangelism.